Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, World of Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the rewards that Wargaming is going to be giving away for the years of playing World of Tanks Blitz. We're going to be starting off with the 10-year reward. A couple weeks ago, I speculated that Wargaming was going to be giving away the Concept 1B for free in the 10-year crate. The reason why is because the legendary camo had very similar representation to the 10-year style. And it looks like my guess was indeed correct. As we can see, the Concept 1B will be given out for free for the 10-year rewards. So yes, you will be getting a free Concept 1B if you've been playing the game for 10 years. Personally, I don't really know how I feel about this. On the one hand, it's really cool that Wargaming is rewarding players who have been playing the game for 10 years with a Concept 1B. On the other hand, there's a lot of players that haven't played the game in years that are now going to come back to claim their free Concept 1B. And the problem I have with that is we're going to be seeing a lot of concepts in Tier 10 and a lot of people who don't know how to use them. And I have a feeling that this is heavily going to screw with the matchmaker. I have a feeling that we are going to see some absolutely wacky games for the next couple of weeks once Wargaming does give away the 10-year crate. Now, I still think it's a good thing Wargaming's doing something like this, but I think it would have been smarter if it was a Tier 9 rather than a Tier 10. That way it doesn't absolutely mess with the matchmaker. I really think that Wargaming choosing the Concept 1B might have been a bad idea. But we'll see. I still think it's pretty cool that they are giving the vehicle away for free. You're also going to get the 4, 5, 6, 7-year camos. However, if you've already been playing the game for 10 years, you should have already had those camos, so it doesn't really matter. You're going to get a 10-year avatar, 1,000 gold. Okay, that's kind of lame. 100,000 free XP, that's pretty nice. And 30 days of premium. Obviously, really the only reward here that matters a lot is the Concept 1B, and I guess the 100,000 free XP. Those are the two main keepers. Everything else is rather mediocre. But still, really, really nice that Wargaming is obviously giving all of these rewards away. We also have the rewards from the previous years that we can see here. So less than 1 year, you get 3 days of premium, 100 gold, 10,000 XP, and a 1-year avatar. 1 to 2 years, you get 5 days of premium, 200 gold, 20,000 XP, and a 2-year avatar. 2 to 3 years, 7, wait. Oh, yeah, no, I'm right. My brain died there for a second. 7 days of premium, 300 gold, 30,000. You can see how it works. It just slowly increases. Then we have 10 days of premium, 400 gold. You get your first camouflage certificate, which is quite nice, and 40,000 free XP. 4 to 5 years, we get 14 days of premium, 500 gold, 50,000 free XP, another camo. By the way, I'm pretty sure that you stack these camos each year, which is also really, really nice. So if you've been playing the game for 4 years, the next year you'll get this camo plus the one you already had last year. 5 to 6 years, you get this epic green camo that I really like, and a guaranteed Tier 5 premium. 60,000 XP, everything else slowly accumulates. 6 to 7 years, you get a very cool shattered glass style camo. 700 gold, 70,000 XP, 30 days of premium, a Tier 7 vehicle guaranteed. 7 to 8 years, you get a Poodle Type 62 T25 Pilot or AMX M449 of your choosing. And you get, again, 30 days of premium, 800 gold, 80,000 free XP. And 8 to 9 years, you get a Skoda T45, an Action 10, or a Keeler. Kind of goofy that you literally have a better Tier 7 option for 7 to 8 years than you do from 8 to 9 years. But still pretty nice. These are very good rewards here. If it's the same rewards as last year, if you get to choose between an Action 10 and a Keeler, I would definitely go with the Keeler. Don't get me wrong, the Action 10 is incredibly fun, but I think the Keeler is one of the best Tier 8s, and it's very underrated. Either way, these are all the rewards that have been in the past years, and usually Wargaming does the same rewards, so it's not unfair for new people. So you can expect this to be a very similar reward system for this year as well, which is pretty cool. Either way, I thought that I would tell you guys all about just everything when it comes to the rewards. So we're going to finish off today's video by doing a battle in the Concept 1B so you can see how the vehicle plays and whether or not this is a vehicle that you should be excited to have in your garage. I mean, it's definitely a vehicle you should be excited to have in your garage. It's a little It's a little interesting Wargaming chose this specific vehicle. And the only reason I'm saying that is because the concept is a rather skill-based tank. Like, it's not hard to use. You simply drive it hull down, and congratulations, you've already mastered the concept. But it's a very poor vehicle to use on flat ground. So yeah, I do find it a little bit interesting that the concept is the vehicle of choice. I would have thought it would have been the first Tier 10 that Wargaming ever released, which honestly I don't remember if it was the Chieftain or the 121B. I remember the Chieftain Mark 6 being a very early release, but I also remember the 121B being very early. But either way, both of those tanks are quite old, and that's obviously quite cool. So we get a nice shell into the 113. We have the minnow wide, and I'm going to aim in on the 57. We get a bounce as well. This is where the concept is obviously really strong, is when you're able to use the armor on the vehicle, and you're able to sit hull down, locking the enemy in position. We've already gotten some good bleeds out, and not only that, but we're holding pretty good as well. We have the 57 Heavy, who looked like he was going to poke this wide. Is he going to? Maybe not. We also have the minnow over here. 113's off to the flank. Oh, the M60 thought he was going to push up. However, that's obviously not the case, at least as of yet. Well, there you go. M60 almost poked it. Gets shot at by the 140. We get a nice shot into the M60 as well. There you go. Hopefully our 140 does a decent job dealing with that, because... Ooh, there goes the M60. Great job from him. Not really sure why he thought he could get away with that, but see ya. You'll notice that the gun on the concept is also very accurate. Like, surprisingly accurate. Yeah, it's actually a very, very dangerous beast in that regard. And that obviously does allow it to get out some really, really nasty shots. We get a good shell into the minnow. So does our super conch, which bleeds him out quite a bit. And, well, the only thing I'm worried about right now, they do have the WZ over here. Let's aim it on the WZ, 367. I mean, this is why the concept just feels so amazing, is because the tank just rips out damage. The DPM is really solid. The armor is incredibly good. Ah, that was just a bad shot for me. The thing is I'm worried about is not necessarily the 113. The 113 doesn't really worry me at all, personally. It's the 183, the WZ on my side. You know, everything else is really the problem right now. Well, unfortunate. Okay, but the WZ finally left, which is quite good for me. And the WZ got bonked, which means... Really? 0 damage HE on his tank. Okay, game. Yep, that's crazy. So I lose all of that health because the game screwed me. Thanks, Wargaming. I appreciate it. At least the minnow's dead. That's obviously pretty good. Alright, let's move up, and let's aim it on the 113. There you go, 435, and he bounces me again. We do have the 57 on our side, however, don't really care about that. Get another nice shot into the 113. And this is where, again, the concept just kind of nukes. We're going to aim in a heat shell on his side armor, get him cleared, and then all that's left are 2 vehicles. I can't believe that our HE, even on the armor that it said was an easy pen, did nothing. Alright, well, the 183 missed us, and there you go. I mean, this is the concept. It's just an absolutely incredible tank. The DPM, the armor, everything about it is fantastic. So, if you do get the concept for free, let's say you're a player who's watching today's video, and you haven't been playing the game all too often. You've been playing a couple months, and then you're like, I don't like it that much. And you're going to log on, and you're going to get a concept, because you've played the game, or had the game for 10 years, right? You created your account 10 years ago. I'm going to tell you right now that the Concept 1B is an absolutely fantastic tank, and if you aren't doing well in it, it is not the tank's fault. That's what I will say. I get so salty when people that don't always understand a tank's full capabilities will then go hating on the vehicle. So that's just what I want to clarify right now. I mean, I'm going 82% in it with 3,700 average damage for 16 games. It's not a crazy amount of battles, but it's still a great showcase of how easily this thing is able to get out damage, able to win. It's got mobility, it's got DPM, it's got holding potential. It is easily one of the best and most potentially, I would say, carrying tanks in Tier 10 because of how easily it deals with mediums, how well it can fight heavily armored vehicles hull down. And with the heat pen buff that it received in the latest update, it's just incredible. So anybody that's been playing the game for 10 years, congratulations. You get this tank, which is pretty epic. And even for people that haven't been playing for 10 years, you still get rewards, and there's no reason to feel bummed out. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.